the chief guests delegation makes its way into this building. Diseases, otherwise known as CPON.
Bulubinak, and a very good morning to you all. And it gives me great pleasure to be here to officiate in the official inauguration of the Pacific Research Center for the Prevention of Obesity and Non-Communicable Disease, CPON, as a WHO collaborating center for obesity prevention and management. Our government is incredibly proud of FNU, incredibly proud also of the Fiji School of Medicine, the Fiji School of Nursing, who have amalgamated to form the College of Medicine, Nursing and Health Sciences. It will be remiss of me to talk about what is happening today and the way forward for FNU if we don't look at the past. In 1875, the HMS Auld came back from Sydney carrying the distinguished chiefly delegation that went to visit Sydney. When they returned, as we all know the story, returned in time for the Great Council of Chiefs meeting, where 69 of our esteemed chiefs were in attendance. It was not known then that they were bringing back measles, and measles was taken all over this country, and we know that about 40,000 Fijians passed away. I've been through the breadth and the width of this nation. I've heard stories of Fijians being put in caves, being put in mass graves, and when this measles epidemic came, it makes us realize that there's been a lot of work done. That was in 1875. It was then that they had 2 doctors. There's certainly at that time they did not have all the array of medical investigations that we have now, nor maybe the type of public health support that we now have in place. What we do know is that after that they came together with the Colonial Secretary, and they decided it was important to initiate some form of a training program to strengthen public health in the villages and in the settlements that were there then. Those were the beginnings, and in 1885, we now know that the Fiji School of Medicine began with a native medical practitioner program. So in essence, the Fiji School of Medicine, or the College of Medicine, Nursing and Health Sciences, or the Fiji National University, its beginnings were in the training of public health officials and doctors who have a very strong focus on public health. And it gives me great pleasure here today on 13 December 2019 to come and see another evolution of this growth of public health and the strength in public health that we have in Fiji. Fiji is very blessed that we have a very strong public health cohort of academia and also public health officials, doctors, nurses, specialists who have kept us protected from the measles epidemic. And the CPON is another area that we are continuing to grow in. As the first in our region, as a WHO collaborating center, this recognition places the college and then Fiji at the forefront of global and regional health development, particularly in the areas of obesity prevention and control. And I, for one, having seen the growth of this over the many years, am excited to have seen the CPON grow from its early formation, given the challenges that it faced, given the doubts that it had to clear through, and then now its recognition as a WHO collaborating center. And also that we know that there is an alarming trend of childhood obesity right throughout the Pacific. Obesity and NCD is a global issue, it is a Pacific issue, and it is a Fiji issue. And subsequent to this increasing visibility and recognition by regional and global authorities is the need for local collaborators in health to further increase our capacities in research and development to allow us to remain consistent and relevant to the ever-changing global demand on health. The Pacific Islands are in the grip of the NCD crisis. Evidence is suggesting that life expectancy is beginning to decline as a result of NCD in some countries in the region. We have had a risk assessment survey through STEPS in 2002 to 2011, the NCD STEPS survey, and we're looking forward to our 2020-2021 STEPS survey. And I'm hopeful that institutions such as FNU will take it upon itself to do this for us. This here with CPON and as a WHO collaborating center is an opportunity for us to change this alarming trend around. I'm delighted that the Pacific Research Center for the Prevention of Obesity and NCDs has been designated as a WHO collaborating center. With a new designation, the new brand is Center for the Prevention of Obesity and Non-Communicable Disease, CPON, of the School of Public Health and Primary Care, WHO Collaborating Center for Obesity Prevention and Management. I'm really sorry for that. I was spending a lot of time in the Center for Disease Control up in Tamawua with the measles outbreak, so that came out. On that note, given the severity of communicable diseases across our region in this effect, and the increasing prevalence of the effects of climate change, I only hope that we do not forget communicable disease and how fast it can come around to strike in the measles epidemic around the world in some parts, and also the outbreak in certain areas brings this to the fore. One thing that I realized when I was doing my reading was that in areas such as Europe, where measles was being seen in up to thousands of individuals, 2,000, 3,000, what was very apparent was these are probably cohorts of the population that were refugee or that come from somewhere. In this measles epidemic, we are leaving no one behind. We do not ask for their passport or their citizenship. It is any person who's in Fiji who meets the criteria gets the measles injection, because we must not leave anyone behind. Because if one is vulnerable with communicable disease, it makes everyone in the country vulnerable. I also must acknowledge that there's been a lot of work around dengue. You might be aware that we've had the Wolbachia campaign with the phase 1 that completed at the beginning of this year. We've also now completed the phase 2 of the Wolbachia mosquito, Aedes aegypti mosquito campaign. So far, we haven't seen the high levels of dengue that we used to see before. We've also this year, our public health teams have done more than 500 cleanup campaigns in communities and settlements all over Fiji. During the period of the cleanup campaign, they also used that a week or few days to be able to bring awareness and screening to Fijians who are in those communities. We've also been working around WASH. I can also say that about 500 Fijians around the Central Division have had sanitation facilities improved. Yesterday I was in Sawanikula, where we were testing a new type of water-sealed sanitation facility that is actually very light and to carry into difficult-to-reach places. As you're aware, some of the public health specialists that are here, the old slab and riser is very heavy to carry. So, there's a lot of work around public health, and I think it's important for us to understand that whilst NCD is an issue and is a crisis, but we also should know that communicable disease is a problem. We also have been very grateful that over the last few years, the government of Korea through KOICA have been supporting us with health promoting schools. We've initiated this in 208 schools, 32 of them are high schools. We have now had discussions with the Ministry of Education, and we want to roll it out to all the schools in Fiji, all the primary schools and all the secondary schools. So I'm asking any development partner who's in the room who might want to put their hand up, we'll be happy to take you on. With that said, I have the greatest pleasure in officially launching the designation of CPON as a WHO collaborating center. May the Almighty God bless you all for your good work. And as I said to the FEMAT team when they were EMT certified by WHO, the certificate means that the hard work now begins. So can I say that the hard work now begins? And God bless FNU. And I've just heard recently that the Vice Chancellor of FNU has resigned, and we wish him all the best in his future endeavors. Nawalibu.